So this is a gaming and streaming setup for a TikToker with over 80,000 subscribers, and today I'm going to be converting it into a more cozy setup from my friends over at Blacklyte to give it nicer aesthetics while making sure every component is functional for long hours of gaming, streaming, and even productivity. Alright guys, so we have got everything we need for this setup right here. This is the Blacklyte Atlas Lite desk. So this is going to be a gaming desk. As you can see, this thing is huge. And then we also have the Athena gaming chair right here. I'm looking forward to that as well. And I have other peripherals that we are going to be setting up. We have the monitor stand, some cable management kits, LED lights, and we have some wall arts as well. So this is probably going to take some time to build, but you know what? We got time. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing I did was get rid of the old desk by disconnecting all the tech items and cleaning the space to have it ready for the new setup. Then I moved on to building the Atlas Lite gaming desk first. I would recommend making this a two-man job simply because it's a little heavy, but I was alone on this and it's actually straightforward to build. The desk leg package has everything needed to put this together, including the user's manual as a guide. And then I opened the tabletop, which has an even bigger guide to follow through to make things easier. I would recommend laying everything on the protective foam to avoid scratches on the floor. Setting up the leg was very easy with a couple screws to merge the parts. It took roughly about 30 minutes, then I attached the leg to the tabletop while still partially on the package. The Blacklyte Atlas Lite gaming desk also includes cable management rack to keep the motorized mechanism wires out of sight. Then I attached the cable height control system, which is only a few screws and wired connection. And finally, I attached another cable management rack, which is also included in the box to finalize the desk build. I really love how the desk turned out to be. It feels very sturdy and firm. The color matches the allocated space perfectly, and it is the right size for what we had in mind. I went ahead to add the major items of the desk, and bro, this is coming together nicely. Alright, so next up is the Athena gaming chair, which turned out to be even easier and straightforward to build. With the help of this huge user's guide, I was able to put it together with just a few steps. All I had to do was connect the wheels to the leg, attach the base to the seat and a few other controls, put those two together, and then connect the backrest to the seat. It took a few minutes to merge everything with a few screws. The chair feels really sturdy and should be very comfortable as well. And as I move it closer to the setup, it blends in nicely with the whole theme. Now it does come with a memory foam lumbar support for the lower back and another one for the neck support as well, which connects magnetically and makes the whole setup feel cozy and also comfortable for relaxing. So after the major build was ready, I proceeded to connecting everything together. I added light strip to the back of the desk, made sure the cables are well managed with the help of the rack that comes with the desk. Every item is connected to the power extension that stays on the rack, and I also used these raceways from Amazon to route every cable and made sure they are hidden to keep the space clutter free. So now we have a fully transformed setup, probably the best I have seen. Alright guys, so finally we are done with the setup and it's actually came out to be pretty good. We have a whole 63 by 31 inch sit stand desk, and look at this gaming chair guys. This thing looks sick and the entire thing just blend in. We have the whole wall arts, the entire theme, and this setup is primarily built for gaming, streaming, and productivity as well. Like you guys know me, I'm always into editing, creating like clean content, and that's what this setup is geared towards. Now I'm going to jump right into detail about everything we have on the setup in a minute, but yeah, I just want you guys to just take this in. Tell me I didn't do a good job. I'm a big fan of a minimal setup, and as crazy as this sounds, we try to make sure everything looks minimal and clean. Alright, so first things first, the main highlights of this setup, which is the desk. This is the Blacklyte Atlas Lite sit stand desk coming at 63 inches, and as you guys could see, the goal here is to create enough room to add all your peripherals without being cluttered. So it's a sit stand desk and it's very thick. Look at this, it's very thick. We have a whole 34-inch monitor mounted on the back. You could move this all the way and there are no wobble. It's very sturdy. Now to ensure the desk is stable, it is built with 2-layer desk setups. So we have one steel framed layer to hold everything firm and make sure it doesn't like break into pieces, and then we also have the renewable wood on the top, which is the tabletop itself where everything goes. And to me personally, it just gives me the assurance that this will last long over time, and I can put as much thing on this setup as I want to. And we have a whole huge PC right here as well, and this large size that I went for, which is 63 inches, has a weight capacity of 128 kg. So you could put as many accessories as you want on this. You could put like a very huge PC on here, a stacked monitor, whatever kind of monitor, or your peripherals, and you will be fine for the most part. There are no wobbles, everything just feels stable. So you could have like 3 preset heights for this, actually 4 preset heights for this. So we already set one, which is the sitting height, and then we have 2, which is kind of like medium size. So let's say you just want to like get things done. Like me personally, whenever I'm filming, I try to put things in this height, and then if you want to stand up while you're working, you just go to like the 3rd one, which is going to be the standing height. If you're maybe gaming, being productive, trying to get work done, most times when you don't want to sit down on your desk for way too long, just to stay healthy, get your blood flowing, all that kind of stuff. Now, one of the cool things about the motorized mechanism of this desk is that it doesn't make noise whenever you adjust the height. So just listen to that. It is quiet, it's not making noise, unlike other desk setups where like the noise is just crazy. It sounds like cheap, but this one you're getting something really premium. And like I said, it's very sturdy. There are no wobbles on your accessories. It doesn't feel like things are going to fall off anytime soon. Now, the cool thing about this setup is, as you guys could see, there are no cables showing. That's because it comes with its own cable management tray. So look at it right here. Inside the box, it comes with this cable management tray, where you could put like all your extensions, everything connected to the setup. Imagine like if you have this kind of big PC, there's so many things. And I also did some tricks as well. So under here we have like zip ties to make sure all the cables that are running through are clean in here. And we also have this cable straps that we got from Amazon, where we route all the cables in, just so nothing is dangling. And the only thing that's coming out is just this, which is for the extension. And I think I did a pretty good job, and that just makes the entire setup clean and clutter free. This is what the final result looks like. The only thing that's dangling is this, which is for the headphones. Now, for a clean setup like this, you're gonna need a good chair that you could sit on for hours, because if you have something like this, you're definitely going to be spending like your entire day in this setup. This is the Blacklyte Athena chair, and we also got it in this matching color. I believe this is gray, and look at the accent. We have gray, black, and white kind of vibe going on here. So first things first, we have this memory foam which is attached magnetically. So all you just have to do is just slap this on, boom. And I don't know, I think it's more for like tall people. Like for me, I'm like 6'1", 6'2", and this just feels way comfortable. Usually gaming chairs like this, trust me, they don't feel this comfortable, bro, but this is so comfy, bro. And then it also has a lumbar support that supports your back right here. It's also a memory foam type of vibe going on here. So over here, your back is protected. You're not going to feel like back pain after sitting down for hours. The entire thing just feels comfortable whenever I'm sitting down, and it glides smoothly on the floor as well with the 700mm alloy base wheels. So if you want to navigate around your setup, you could move here and there. And for example, this setup has a whole rug station going on here. Usually it will be smoothed out like a plain floor, but check this out. Even on a rug, it glides smoothly, and it's very sturdy as well. It's not one of those cheap gaming chairs you see on Amazon. This is definitely premium, and it also matches the entire aesthetics as well. So it's very adjustable. You could adjust the height from here, boom. If you want to go lower, you could go lower, and then you could adjust it up, and then you could also use this to tilt it backwards as well. You could use this to tilt it backwards if you want to feel relaxed, lock it in. And then you could also use this for your backrest, like push it all the way backwards, just like that. Let's say you're gaming or you're working, or you just want to chill while looking at your phone for like maybe 10 minutes. This would be the perfect one. And bro, I could literally sleep on this. This pillow feels so, it feels like a memory foam from like a bedding setup. This feels so comfortable and relaxing. I'm not even going to lie. Pure cushion on the head. I think I'm just going to be sleeping at this point. The main highlight is going to be how does this feel when you are using it for work, when you're using it for gaming. So boom, check this out. You could just be playing your video games. We got Call of Duty running over here. You could be playing your video games, stay relaxed, make sure like you are locked into the game. You could push this backward a little bit for your comfort, and boom. Another thing I like about this setup is how lengthy this is as well. I have a pretty long wingspan, I believe, and bro, check this out, bro. This is so long, so there's enough room to work with. Combining this with the chair is just crazy to me, I'm not even going to lie. And as for the things we have on the setup to make this feel more functional, I'm just going to run through all the things over here. First things first, we have the PC. So this is a custom PC build, bro. This thing looks immaculate. It's powered by the AMD 9 series processor. We also have the RTX 5070 graphics card running in this thing. This thing is fast. With 32 gigabytes of RAM on this thing, bro, you could do things like gaming, like crazy gaming, productivity, video editing. And in terms of looks, like I said, this is a custom build. I didn't build this, but bro, the person whoever did this did an amazing job. We have a whole transparent glass going on in here. Now moving on to the monitor, this is a 32-inch ultra-wide monitor with 240 hertz refresh rate. This monitor is looking good when it comes to gaming. Like I was playing games yesterday, this was pretty smooth. The crazy thing is this actually came from Temu, so you really don't have to spend the crazy amount of money on a monitor to get the best performance. This is primarily for gaming, so it works fine for this setup. So the monitor is standing on this brand new monitor stand. We got this from Amazon, and we just like tied all the cables. It has a cable management system on its own, but we could glide this monitor in and out just like this if we ever need to get more comfortable with work. Now on top of the monitor, we have this Atlas Lite bar that just brightens up the space if we ever need to work in the dark. So, and it is being controlled with this, I think it's just a touchpad controller. We could just turn it off like this and turn it on, increase the brightness, just to give some vibe to the setup. You could actually reduce the warmth, yeah, keep it warm. It does the job basically. So Atlas Lite, I also use Atlas in my setup back home. Now like I said, this is a streaming desk setup. We have the Logitech webcam right here that shoots at 1080p resolution. So if you're streaming on like TikTok, Twitch, all that kind of stuff, it works perfectly, and you don't really need the craziest camera for a setup like this. Now moving on to the other things we have on here. So we have this keyboard which is called VSD Inside. It actually sounds pretty cool, and it's also a budget-friendly keyboard, by the way. It's not one of those like expensive keyboards. It does the work. It's connected wired to the monitor, and what we did is basically do all the routing and stuff like that. Now one of my favorite part of this setup is the mouse and the mouse pad. This is a glass mouse pad, and it's from Cluster. That's the name, right? Cluster. And we also have this Infic wireless mouse. This one is actually $20 from Amazon, and check this out. This thing looks smooth. I was playing game with this thing yesterday. It was very smooth. It gives you enough room to glide on the setup. This is one of those things that I personally have something like this at home as well. It's the mouse I use whenever I'm leaving the house for my gaming, and I'm actually surprised that it blends in so well with this setup. Only costs $20. Actually, in this setup, everything aside from the monitor, the desk, and the chair, pretty cheap, and that's actually what matters the most. If you could get like a good PC, if you get like a good chair for your comfort, a good desk, everything else is just like an extra stuff for your setup. So other peripherals we have on this desk is this one from ESR. This is just a wireless charging case, and all you just have to do is throw your phone on there if you ever need to charge your phone. And if you are big on your gaming, as for audio, because we don't have a speaker system on here, this one is from Fine, and you just throw this on, boom. If you ever need to game and get immersed into your gaming system, and if you guys can tell already, the entire theme is kind of like purple, black, and white, and this has a little bit of accent of purple in here, purple in there. The light is kind of purple. And then lastly on the desk is the Razer microphone, and this connects through wired connection or 3mm headphone jack, and it also has a mute button right here and a controller right here. So if you need to stream, all you just got to do is use USB-C to connect this to your PC, but we don't need it at the moment, so it's just collecting space. Now finally, in terms of aesthetics, we have these wall arts over here. So these, we have the Porsche GT3 RS, the 992, and then we have a Bugatti Chiron. I actually don't know what car that is, but just for the sake of aesthetics, this person is actually a car person. We have a whole car wallpaper going on in here as well, just to match the entire vibe, and I think it blends in so well. Another thing I like about this PC is it has a built-in display inside that shows the M4 competition in there, which is crazy. So yeah, this whole setup, guys, I feel like this is the perfect setup for streaming, gaming, productivity. If you want to get work done, if you just want somewhere you could come back home and decompress after all your work. What do you guys think? Boom, all you just got to do is set this up right there and you'll be chilling. So setup is crazy, I'm not even going to lie. It's just amazing. At this point, this is actually better than my setup at home, but this is a gaming setup, not really a MacBook type of thing. But if you also want to get like a MacBook on this setup, you could as well. But so far, I think this is the best setup I have built, and this is probably the best kind of setup you can build. Nothing too crazy. We don't have like multiple displays. It looks clean. We just have the essentials and everything works, and that's what matters the most. So shout out to Blacklyte for sponsoring this video. I'll drop the link to the desk and the chair in the description down below for you guys to check out, and I'll see you guys on the next video.